All right, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everybody. I appreciate you coming. My name is Mike Gleason. I'm the sheriff of Williamson County. And the reason for our visit today is we'd like to talk about what transpired yesterday in Commissioner's Court. We have done such a large community outreach program, faith-based, cities, HOAs, MUDs, anybody that we could reach out to that would listen to us so we could find out if we were on track and what we were doing and if public safety was a priority for them. It was an overwhelmingly yes, and we met with so many people over the last 7 months that would take us hundreds of more meetings to go in and explain what transpired yesterday. So we decided that this would be the best avenue to kind of do it once and done. I started my career here in 1993. And then I retired at the end of 2016 as the assistant chief deputy, and then ran for sheriff. And for the last 7 months in my tenure, we've been trying to outline a plan for where the sheriff's office was going. And having said that, it was to rebuild community trust and to be transparent and move forward, but we also knew that we had to compete. And so we're competing with a bunch of other agencies in the cities. A lot of people wanted to compare us to other counties our size, but I don't lose to people to the counties our size. I lose to Austin, Round Rock, Georgetown, Cedar Park, those agencies within the community. We've had a lot of challenges lately in law enforcement, the public scrutiny, some of the lawsuits that are going on across the nation, COVID-19, the ability to hire, train, and retain qualified people. We're like any other agency. We want to hire and retain the best employees. And so that is a huge selection process for us. During all our meetings in the last 7 months, we asked what the community expectation was. And it was the same from them. They wanted top people. They wanted people that were educated, well-tempered, critical decision-making skills, and things of that nature. And those are hard to find. So they go to where the money is. Williamson County is currently paid last with the people we compete with. We're currently paid last, number 5 in the county. I think our lowest entry level, it's about 16% differentiation to get us back in the field. So what we've asked for, which we believe is a reasonable ask, was we just wanted to be the mean of all those agencies plus 1%, and then go back annually and make sure we readdressed it, that we were still competitive. If there were downturns, then we understand that, and we would agree to that. The court graciously has worked with us and was outstanding in addressing a dire situation we had in our jail. We had so many openings that we were about to be out of compliance, probably because of our 48-to-1 ratio. The law requires that we have 1 officer per 48 inmates in our custody. Since they fixed that, the morale has gone through the roof. We were able to hire. We have people that left us are now coming back. It was a great boost for morale. But now we're experiencing the same problem on the law enforcement side. The law enforcement side are the folks that we're losing to the other agencies, and they're not even giving us a look because our compensation is so low that we're not even getting to look at them. We don't even have the opportunity to interview them or recruit them. They're just passing us by. To give an example, the city of Round Rock had 1 hiring evolution this year, and they attracted 750 applicants. They dwindled it down to, I believe, 111. And my information came from a personal conversation with Chief Banks. The Round Rock Independent School District, which is a brand new agency, they haven't even completed a first school year or a year, so it's hard to say where that agency is going. They got 150 applicants, and so on and so forth till you get to Williamson County, who's done 2 hiring evolutions every week for the last 7 months, and we've had a total of 75 applications. So we kind of went out and asked the community, are we tracking? You know, are we off pace by asking to have the best of the best, which compensation gets you that? And all the meetings that we've had, civic organizations, like I said, you know, anybody that we could talk to that represented a large group, HOAs, corporate America, anybody. So having said that, we asked them and they said yes, yes, yes. And we kind of gave an example and said, would you rather in your home, if you had an incident, dire straits or something very, very important, and the officer standing in your living room that was probably going to make a decision that might affect the next 10, 20 years of your life, do you want them educated, well adapted, professional, smart, critical decision-making skills, or do you want the person who couldn't get a job anywhere else? And obviously, you know the answer to that question. We're not attracting those people. So we formulated a plan for the last 7 months, and we've spoken with the court and asked them to help us, and they have graciously helped us and cooperated with us. They've provided all the staff we needed, all the numbers we've needed, all the resources we've needed, and we proposed the same thing yesterday. We've been talking about this for 7 months now, and we just asked, we just want to be in the middle of the pack. We don't want to be number one. We definitely don't want to be dead last, but we want to be able to compete every year. And now with the proposed pay raise that they're wanting to give us, which we are grateful for, anything above zero is greatly appreciated. But with the proposal, and I have already talked to all the chiefs locally now, well, they plan on getting 4%, 5%, 6%, and they will more than likely get it as well. Well, if I get 8%, that puts me right back to the back of the line again, and I've got to wait another year, and I repeat this process. And we've been repeating this process year after year after year. We feel looking forward that we're going to be in the same boat that we are in now, and that corrections was in, where we have so many openings we can't fill them, and then we, for the lack of a better term, we bleed to death paying in overtime and backfilling, and then eventually you just can't get anybody to come to work, period, because they're burnt out. So we've been very, I guess, minimal in our ask, we believe, just trying to be in the middle of the pack. We want to just have appropriate agency comparisons within Williamson County and annual compensation analysis when we come back and look at it every year. We would ask for the court's participation moving in the future, and they've said yes, but we're hoping that we can get some community feedback, and that's really the reason we're here. We want to reach out to the community and say, we will come meet with you. Tell us where we're going wrong. We want the transparency. We want to know if public safety is a priority in your, in your vision. If it's not, then hey, we'll back off and go back to doing what we're doing. But we need to know that we've reached out as well as we could, as often as we could for the last 7 months. But apparently it wasn't enough to make our case. So we're asking for the rest of the public to tell us, are we on or are we off? And should we be compensated, accordingly? Having said that, we would also like what we refer to in the business as soft pay, which are stipend pay or certificate pay, education pay. We have paramedics and medics that work in our jail. That's a level of certification that should be recognized. We have people that are bilingual, things that sign language. Those are things that we think are critical, and we ask people to do over and above the daily job because they have that skill. I think they should be compensated for that as well. We also have detective stipends that we're asking for. I think the court's going to be more than generous and meet on that one, but so it's really a moot point. We'd like the commissioners to publicly agree that they'll work with us, in the next year and try to get to the goals that we're at. I don't think they're unreasonable. For the last 7 months when I've spoken to the court, I have asked them, am I being unreasonable? Tell me how I'm being unreasonable in my ask. And then I find out, I get no pushback, I get no response, so I think I'm on the right track, and then the day before court, I find out that's not going to happen. So that's kind of our dilemma. We're asking for community support. We're asking for the support of the community to reach out to us and let us know where we can improve and how we can meet that challenge, and if this is a priority for them as well. So having said that, I'll take questions.
What is it, $5.7 million? That also includes the corrections budget, which
Correct.
was 17% of some sort.
That was $3 million.
Yep. Okay, so the starting salary for a deputy is $53,000.
And some change, yeah, almost 54, I believe.
So what's the ask?
The ask is to take the people that we compete with. We didn't even go to Austin or Travis County because that's a whole other market. just the people that I lose my deputies to in Williamson County. So we used Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, Leander, and I believe those were the ones. And we took their salaries at every scale, detective, commander, lieutenant, sergeant, at every scale, and we figured out what the median was. Where was the middle of that? And we asked for that middle plus 1%.
Okay, can you give me a number so I know Round Rock is at 60?
Our total ask was 1.9 to fulfill that chart over and above what was already budgeted.
Okay.
How many vacancies do you have now?
We had 60 in corrections, and we have about 6 right now in law enforcement, but I fear we're heading down the road of corrections because I'm not getting qualified applicants. And by the way, of those 75, you have to understand statistics in law enforcement. Of those 75, I'm lucky if 10 make it through the process to even look at, because, you know, unfortunately, and we're experiencing this, is a lot of people, because of COVID, are applying for jobs that they don't have the licensure for, so they can extend their benefits. I'm not saying everybody's doing that, but we get a lot of people come in and we go, you're not even qualified, and that's in my 75 as well. I'm sorry. Yes, sir, Chris.
Sheriff, last week the chief deputy told me that you have some federal and state task forces that you support.
Mm-hmm.
And you also, we've been talking in Commissioner's Court about new subdivisions being built out in unincorporated areas of the county. Are you concerned that 2 or 3 years from now, if you don't get the salary structure right, you may have to choose between patrol deputies and these new subdivisions?
That happens now.
The federal task forces?
That happens now. We take people out of certain specialized units and say, you got to go to a neighborhood, you know, and that, you're right, that's exactly. One thing that a lot of people don't realize, because I've done rooftop studies in my tenure here, not as sheriff, but in the past in my other positions, and the International Association of Chiefs of Police formulates a rooftop study for, on average, this is an average number, for every home that is built, every rooftop, it creates 6 vehicular trips a day. So if you have developer Smith is going to plump down 600 homes, and we know that's going on all over the county, that's 3,600 trips a day on average in that neighborhood. I'm already, you know, running call to call now. So who's going to run those stops, work those stop signs, those speed zones, those thefts, those collisions, all the stuff that comes with a subdivision that large? And historically, right now, if you run the numbers, it's kind of mind-boggling to wrap your head around it. But Williamson County, give or take, including DPS, we have 20 agencies that drop off at my jail. Okay, that work in Williamson County, their jurisdictions here, and so they make up 50% of the county, because half of the population of all of Williamson County lives in an unincorporated jurisdiction. So one agency is covering 50%, and 19 other agencies are covering the other 50%. So you can see how it's kind of skewed, and I'm dead last in pay. You can see my dilemma. Yes, sir.
So you mentioned that y'all are losing people, new people. Are you losing current deputies to these other agencies?
Yes, we had actually deputy, the term. We had a senior detective that left us to go a month ago. That left us to go back to a police department, pushing a patrol car on midnights, because he would make up the ground so much quickly and surpass his salary here.
So you said you compared to other agencies and then kind of shot for the middle. That sounds like a reasonable approach. What would be the ultimate goal? Like, if the sky was the limit, what would you think you would need to go forward?
We think that just asking for the median, just being competitive with all the other agencies, would attract those people. There's a lot to be said, and a lot of these guys and girls in here wearing uniform, you could ask them, you know, there's a lot to be said to be able to patrol 1,124 square miles and then go to a city, and by the time you get to the end of the city limits, you got to turn around and go back again, and you're covered about 800 times a day. You know, we have so many things that we do and so many positions that we offer that we're very attractive to people who want to make it. We have the facility to be a career path or, you know, a destination organization, but unfortunately people chase the money now. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Under the compensation that you requested, do you know what salary a beginning deputy would receive?
What does, I'm not sure what the new one goes
so
to.
we're We're currently 23%, up to 23%, and we can provide this to you in writing with our data. We're up to 23% behind at the deputy level, and it goes up to over 40% at the command, all the way up over the 40% commander at the commander level.
So having said that, to the chief's point, if you're out on a major scene, a fatality or a multiple agency pursuit, things of that nature, and you're standing next to somebody who has the same rank, but they're making $40,000 a year more than you are, but you're expected to have the same level of education, the same level of professionalism, and the same knowledge and skill set. And it's kind of hard to go, man, I think I'm just going to put my application in over there, because they want they're pushing for those people as well. One thing that we found interesting during our data research is we kind of got some questions asked about, well, everybody knows that all the big crime happens in the cities. Well, no, we already showed that we're 50%, but Sean Dick, in another meeting, our district attorney pointed out to us that the Williamson County Sheriff's Office is responsible for 25% of all felony filings in his court, or in his office. The second closest person to that, at the same percentage, is the city of Round Rock. Cedar Park, no bash to Cedar Park, I love them dearly, is the highest paid in Williamson County, but they only produce 14% of the call volume. I'd just like to close real quick that we do appreciate the Commissioners Court. This in no way reflects poorly on them. We're working hand in hand. They have done volumes for us. We just are pushing forward, and we're going to stay the course, and we're going to reach out to the community and make sure that our ask is not unreasonable, and we'll keep pushing forward with the court for our ask. But they have been more than genuine and helped us, and we're making some good strides. But as the new sheriff, I want everybody to realize that public safety is a priority, and I'm moving forward on that agenda with any help I can get. Yes, Chris?
One more question, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Would you be willing to accept the raise that you're asking for your deputies and detectives this year, and then wait on charges, lieutenants, and commanders next year?
Absolutely. We'd never leave money on the table. Never leave money on the table. But we would also ask, what does fair look like? You know, when I came back into office, I brought in a whole new executive staff I brought over 100 years of experience and educate, and all from here, because most everybody was a former employee here, and now my administrative level staff is making more than them because they lost their tenure, and when they came back, they started at the bottom of the rung. So that's why you saw that separation between assistant chief and chief deputy yesterday. That's what that was there to address them, because the standard for us is about 15% to avoid compression. So unfortunately, the big wheels got to make a lot more money, so the little wheels can go further and further. Not little wheels, that sounds wrong, but the people at the bottom, the entry level, can have an opportunity to move forward. Well, we thank you very much. We appreciate your time. We know it's valuable, and thank you for listening.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks so much for sticking with us here on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree. Again, that is Williamson County Sheriff Mike Gleason wrapping up a news conference calling for additional funding to pay even more for law enforcement in the county. Right now, the county is going through its budgeting process, and there was an action taken yesterday that led to Sheriff Gleason holding this news conference to ask for even more. So we should point out that yesterday, Williamson County Commissioners approved a $5.7 million budget increase for the Williamson County Sheriff's Office. That includes a pay increase for corrections officers. Commissioners are going to vote on the final budget on August 31st, so obviously this news conference is factoring into that ask before everything gets finalized there. We do have some reaction from Williamson County Judge Bill Gravel. He said in a statement to our Caitlin Carmoot, who you may have heard ask some questions in the room just a few moments ago, Judge Gravel saying, quote, "I am very proud of the $5.7 million increase to the upcoming fiscal year's budget for our law enforcement. in Williamson County. We do not defund our police, we defend our police. Sheriff Gleason, though, is saying that more is needed at this time. So we'll just have to wait and see what actions are going to be taken here in the future. But our Caitlin Carmood is going to be turning a story about this, getting reactions from all sides, and presenting that a little bit later in the KXAN newscasts at about 5 or 6. So you have to tune in then to see her full report. What the sheriff was also saying is that he is losing officers to neighboring law enforcement agencies, namely some of the city police departments there in Williamson County, because they simply pay more. So officers or deputies, potential deputies, will be applying for those jobs because they know they can make some more money. Again, because this budget has not been finalized until a little bit later this month, we will have to wait and see how this action, how this public outreach to try to get some more money for the sheriff's office will ultimately play out in Williamson County. But you can trust that we'll be covering the process as long as it goes on. Thank you all again for watching our stream. I'm Will Dupree here in the KXAN Live studio. We'll see you back here another time. Please, everybody, stay safe, be healthy, and take care.